Okay, so I am trying to do this where I'm showing you what I'm recording with my webcam. Hi, and also on my screen. Um, I've done a lot of Wii videos lately, and I've been turning them into YouTube links that I can connect to my Google Classroom. I do something fun and exciting for our morning announcements every morning. We've also used Google Chat. So if I was to go into the apps, this Meet button makes it so that I can chat with all my students live. And it was a really great way to connect with them this morning, let them talk to each other with everything that's been going on between this dismissal of school and then the earthquake that hit pretty hard where most of my students are living. And we got to talk as a class and come back together, which I have a really strong community in my classroom. And so the kids were very excited for that. Um, we'll be doing more of that and also hopefully be using that to learn in the future, maybe starting next week. In our Google Classroom, I have set it up so that it has the days of the week, and these assignments actually post as we get going. So on Wednesday, you'll see that there's things that are scheduled to open and they don't open until 8 o'clock. Today is Tuesday. We had a morning announcement. We did a live chat for 30 minutes. They have some ST Math, some Lexia. We're reading Esperanza's Rising as a class. So even though they don't have the book, I have recorded a short reading of it. And hopefully, because I'm not doing too much of it, I won't get in trouble for it. We're using Go Math, and I've created some lessons on there. I have asked them to check out a book on Sora, and 3 people have already turned it in. Yay! So they're telling me what they're going to be reading, and then there will be some follow up with that later this week. I also am asking them to disconnect from the computer for over 30 minutes each day, and they have to write about what they did in that time instead. So, for instance, I gave them examples of they could play a board game with somebody else in their family. They could read a book, maybe go out and play in their yard with their parents' permission. Um, and then I told them I would be grading them on their complete sentences. So I was fortunate and I did Utah studies, so we've been using that as well. I've done a few Nearpods. So tomorrow they have a Nearpod on animal classification. Um, Sorry, it's trying to load up right now. So if I was to go into my Nearpod on animal classification, it actually, here, I'll go into the edit. I've made sure that it has the objectives I want them to learn for the day, what our focus is. Um, and then it has some web content, some quizzes, the flow vocabulary, if we have better access to it, is amazing. It's great for those domain vocabulary. It gives it to the students in a really fun way. There's some memory tests, some more web content, some matching. There's fill in the blanks, meaning where I put together something that has the words I'm looking for and can they tell the difference between a vertebrate versus an invertebrate. And then they also have a drawing of invertebrates that would live in the landscape I posted here. So at the end, they have a rate yourself how you feel you would do if I was to test you at this point, and then it goes from there. So sorry, my phone's going off with people from work. Um, on top of the Nearpod, like I said, I'm using WeVideo a lot. I will be recording lessons. We're going to be doing area and perimeter because I haven't gotten to it yet. So I want to make sure that my kids have been exposed to that before the year ends. And I mean, besides that, there's not much else going on here at this moment. I'm really in contact with my STS at my school. He is fabulous. Hey, Keith, you're amazing. Um, always has great ideas. Love collaborating with him. Also working with my two colleagues for fourth grade. We're sharing ideas, sharing content, and hopefully moving forward real fast. So can't wait to be back in my classroom, hopefully May 1st. And until then, we're going to keep learning. That's about all I have for now.